What's up YouTube, Lad Latterson. It's a hot day in Leavenworth, Kansas, and getting ready to paint this straight axle, forged drop axle, 4-inch, made by Lucky 7, bought off a buddy. It's a pretty clean axle, no issues, and there's got some casting marks on it, but hey, doesn't have to be perfect. The important part that it's forged and dropped. And I've got this mono spring from Speedway. I'm going to paint these up today. So first step is obviously cleaning. You want to hit it with some rough grit sandpaper, then a wire brush, and then get some paint thinner, alcohol, acetone, whatever you like to remove grease, dirt, and oil, and clean these up. Let them dry, put them down, and today I'm going to be using a Duplicolor engine enamel. I like it, it dries quick, and if it's small enough to fit in the oven, you can actually cure it. The important part is it's enamel, so it's flexible for the spring, and has a good protection against dirt, oil, grease, since these are going to be on the drivetrain up front, rather suspension of the drivetrain. Okay, so follow along. Okay, now here are the results. It's the first coat. Like I said, I knocked down the debris and the rust on top of these with a 80 grit sandpaper, and then I went to a wire brush to get all that residue that had been knocked down of the pits, get all that out, and then I used a toothbrush dipped in paint thinner and scrubbed them all down to degrease and de-oil. Then I stood them up and wiped them down again with paint thinner. I do prefer rubbing alcohol, I just don't have any right now. It seems to evaporate faster. So once I laid them down, I let the paint thinner evaporate. Assisted it by drying it off where it needed to be. And I've got them on blocks to stop the object from sticking to the paper. I hate that. Now this particular paint says it's 1 hour until you can, so it's dry to the touch, and it's 3 hours before you can handle. But I'm going to go ahead and let it sit overnight. Because if I flip it and then prime the other side, you're going to be able to see those blocks impressed into the paint for both primer and the gloss and the clear coat. It's just the reality of painting without a hardener or a catalyst is you have to wait. Also, I've got these holes taped up. I use masking tape or painter's tape, just enough to keep the paint out of there. These contact surfaces are going to be covered, so I'm not too worried about that. But I definitely don't want paint inside where the kingpins are going to be and where my purge pins are going to be. Purge pins, probably not a big deal. Kingpins, they're rotating and moving around in grease, and over time that paint's going to break down and probably gunk it up. So I keep it out of there. I stood a bolt up in there while I painted around the locking holes for the kingpins. And that's it. So I'll come back tomorrow and put another coat on the other side. Alright, here we are, day 2. I was able to get 2 coats of primer on each side last night, and then just before I went to bed, I put black down on one side of the axle. And I've got primer and black on both sides of the spring with a clear coat on the top side that'll be visible for the spring. And then today I'll flip over the axle and do the other side, give it a whole day to cure so the blocks on the underside don't press into it. And probably tonight I'll start the clear coat on the other side, and then tomorrow flip it over, clear coat the other side, give it time to cure, and then bolt it to the cross member where the spring should already be hanging. And that's it, YouTube. Here's me installing that mono leaf spring underneath the front cross member. Came out really nice. And then here's the painted axle. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and have a great day.